chose to procure these items because they will be international transactions. They will be brought to this house. And in this house, we will see specifically what is being procured to retool the Air Force.
Na say ena ensem no etie ene nyame eyado eba critical police for shombe omuso betime mitu omu equally ede na npa krojira so a wokasa nsem no ene yi etuo abu ewo amanfo ensem ya omu edidu ayamra nsem obeka nche na minister ne babonten be de tudwa se omu ma amnesty to 15th of January 2026 se wo a wo tuo bi a register bia no bomaden na fabra na eno no yenchew anase emra enniu na emu matwam a na se wukta su kutatu a yen register ya eho na asem no ewo ene wode abetudwa se etu a yen register ya ekuta amanfo no a threat to national security and I agree yentie sama minister ede etudwa
well I mean was to have done it. You know, if I give you, I mean, the Minister of Interior authorizes gun use in the country. So even if the Minister of Interior gives you a gun on 30th December, it expires on 1st January. So we want to take the later part of the year to do this sensitization at a time that almost everybody's gun is expiring. So as it expires and you're going to renew, you come in the new regime. Because we are trying to digitalize and make sure that we keep track of every arm that is in our country. If we had done it in June or July, and somebody has already been given a permit that lasts up to 31st December, when you arrest the person, say, oh, but my license permit allows me up to 31st. So that's why we did it towards the tail end. I mean, it just opposed itself with the expiry of almost every license that you have. And we added 15 more days. So within that period, you can take that one to regularize whatever you have, or if not, surrender it to us. You know, we have the DOSU, the Domestic Violence Unit of the police. And we've been working so hard with the Gender Minister. Yesterday, we had to even hold an emergency meeting with the Minister of Gender to fine-tune, because they have departments that handles children issue. They have departments that handle women issue. And we also have the enforcement and the prosecution. So I was telling my colleague Namomo, Honorable Namomo, the Minister of Agenda, we need to work in a collaborative way, because sometimes when the social welfare
we the Interior Minister Honorable Mubarak Muntaka Mohammed ena otese wade ensem tudwa efa enetua akodi amanfo ensem ya omo edi nyamrasem me yankwa na yanko minority no so akache na yenti ensem minority ndi atudwa efa LGBTQ+ no eho na enei omo ensusuom de eyom se aban ena na adwen se ompese omo de LGBTQ+ bill no ebeba parliament no mabobo ho na afei ya ka na kodie bill ne de akoto omampani anim na wasan yenkonkotie nsema Reverend Ntie Fojo wono ede etudwa efa yenti nsema oditudwa.
Speaker, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, this is a business statement for the 6th week of the 3rd meeting of this 9th Parliament, Mr. Speaker, and it's been 6 weeks since the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, Private Members Bill, was featured on the order paper. The next day it was removed and some disputed reasons were given. A week after, the Speaker of Parliament gave a ruling, very clear. The records Hansard captures it, that nothing prevents the bill from being laid. It is 5 weeks from the time that Mr. Speaker gave that ruling. And since then, no attempt has been made by this House to have the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill to deal with the canker of LGBT devastating our norms and culture in this country, threatening our family values. And there seems to be a very conspicuous silence on this. Mr. Speaker, the House must not create an impression that what was a priority in the 8th Parliament, a priority to the 275 members of Parliament, has suddenly been thrown under the carpet and has suddenly been jettisoned by the 9th Parliament. We debated it and we concluded. The controversy was resolved. Speaker declared that the bill has to be featured on the order paper. So the attempt by this government, by blocking this bill and blocking it from being featured, is a big disappointment to the people of this country, to the over 93% of Ghanaians who believe that marriage is between man and woman. It is a big disappointment to them. We demand that if it was oversight or error, it must be added to the order paper so that next week it is laid and presented for first reading, because on record it has satisfied all the processes by the dictates of our standing orders and has been duly approved to be presented late.
Reverend Ntie Fojo and out Saudi and some to LGBTQ plus bill no ho wachechim Cynthia ene ase bill no aban aye osi akwan ema bill no se ba piem our parliament na afei omo abobo ho na afei bebe oso de to no womo ede ho ensem etom eno na wote se Reverend Ntie Fojo ede ho ensem etudwa enko the majority leader Ora Mahama Ayarga ene ode abetudwa so mampanin waka asisu pin se wa odu ho bewura eye galamsey mu ensensem no won enkatawe na se won shildo won fa wonsie obeyiwama se de mra no e wo se ene odie no na ene wo adi yenkote nsem a the majority leader Mahama Ayarga ede tudwa efa sansem yi eho.
Me that a lot of work has gone in. Unlike in the past where party kingpins, where reports were brought by ministers showing that government officials are aiding and abetting. Today, any government official found to be aiding and abetting will be arrested. Any party official, no matter how high, whether you are at the national level or you are at the regional level, if you are caught, the president will not say anything. He will allow the due process of the law to deal with you. A mere allegation against you is creating a problem. Even a member of this house who is alleged to have obstructed the enforcement of the ban was arrested and arraigned before the courts. So I can say that when it comes to the commitment to fight galamsey as a menace, the track record of this government is unparalleled. So we are ready, and we believe that you are mentioning the name because what? This government has taken action. The name you are mentioning, it is because this government has taken action. Unlike in the past, when certain regional chairmen were known to be openly
we ensema Mahama Ayarga ede etudwa se ene omampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ben womo akire bebi omugina se ba se yenko galamsey na womo ejira brania womo eku ne ye we ensema ababetudwa na minority no ena ede ensem kotudwa efa Brim Central MCE se enei galamsey no de no awure mu dindindin a womo mtu galamsey wo ho no wogigi won sika ansana wamomo kwanti kabeyan kaban enyino emfa emfri ho no na omde tudwa nkotie nsema minority no enso ede etudwa enso efa Brim Central MCE no eho over galamsey extortion and as alleged extortion of galamsey money yenkonkotie nsema omo ede tudwa
to Oda constituency. There's a lot. We spoke to this matter earlier on about the MC, Mr. Solomon Kusi, the MC for Oda, who is illegally taking money from galamseyers. And he claimed to be charging them because they are engaging in galamsey. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? He is supposed to be the representative of the president. He represents the president in that municipality. And I don't know which part of the bylaws. I have looked at the Oda Municipal Assembly, their bylaws. There is no bylaw that allows him to charge illegal miners a fine. So he will charge them, take the money into his pocket, and then free them. And this is what is happening. Unfortunate on the side of Mr. Solomon Kusi, the very people he charged and took 15,000 each from them. He went ahead to report some of them, some, I don't know why, maybe they didn't pay enough, to NIMOS. And then NIMOS had gone in to attack them. And the people have started talking that, after all, we pay some monies to you. First of all, I think that I want to call on the Minister for Local Government. If this government is serious about the fight against Galamsey, they must demonstrate it. And this is one of their litmus tests. They must demonstrate it. First of all, I call on the local government minister. He must suspend Mr. Solomon Kusi immediately and pave way for an independent investigation to this matter.
Honorable Ano Dompre ena otise odi ensem edi etu edwa na osan akase emraso se the forest ministry ebeba abonte and fan say the lands ministry ebeba na afi waba bechim efa aye forest reservoir enei Galamsey ene ho sensem no ese no weekly bia no so timi ebepiem na obe abechire se de enema eko obeka enchen ena minister eba bontin impo oba yesi obeso akonwa mu se minister of lands and natural resources honorable Ama Kofibua ade nsembebre na atudwa se ohwe forest reserves ahodo a Galamsey asai na oyekaboma scoop anase park ahodo bebre ena kakuboma womo asai no na enei Galamsey no ko ena omampani eko na so ko no is it yielding the needed results NIMOS aba yo EPA4 enamfa womo so ede omo de enemu a ompese omo pra na yetimi eko Galamsey no bebe pie no na ono abamu nipani se de ne yabo eye MC for Brim Central se ene wode ne ho agimu a wogege womo eye Galamsey no ho sika na o report bi ede NIMOS no na we minority trip ede abetudwa se emraso se ye frɛ na omo ba be kyerem na wotwe bia de ekoso ewo ye forest ne nkonti sama minority trip ede etudwa efa sansemi ehun.
Now we are reading all sorts of report. Water bodies, even food from the farm being poisoned with heavy metals and all that. I humbly suggested earlier that if it pleases this house, majority leader, if it pleases the business committee, can't we, so that we can do something beyond the ordinary, can't we program the Minister for Lands or the Land Ministry, now that these matters are going up and it's taking a serious direction, can't the ministry brief us every week? Let's know what is happening. And I say this without malice. I say that of a pure sense of patriotism, that as Ghanaians, as a representatives of the people, so that I see my deputy, the deputy is well dressed today, exceptionally dressed today. He's coming to debate. I hope he will give us solutions to Galamsey anyway. Anyway, that is judged by the by. So, I want to appeal. I beg this house. Let's resolve for once. This is not a partisan matter. The waters are getting bad. Even food on our table is getting poisoned by heavy metals. So, I'm simply saying, Speaker, with your indulgence, and with the blessings of the other side of the house, Honorable Mills, I know you support me on this. Let's program the lands minister. I'm not saying specifically the minister himself. Deputy is capable. He can come and brief us. Every week, they should come and tell us, where are we? How is the fight going? Are there things that we should do as a house to support them? This is very important. This is very important. And I pray that you don't take it out of context.
Bola ano Dompre ena auditu jasen kana otubia yanto san fan Fred the lands minister na omra na omebrifu a house no about a con against Galamsey no said ye akudru eno eho ensem enonom. Wo message you 0551599933 0551599933 yen sabeka na ya kenkan enso ewo kasafidie so na ye de amam. Bianko Omampene His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Hoanei was say or the $50 million ena or the ebwa ama enei ensum anase epumu enam ene said ye beaches no ebetimi ayefe na afei wasan aye new market e de aboa ema omo edwumade na timi akoso no wodi ewremu yenko ne yenti nsema akoso wo mro mampani di sadwumade yi etudwa
has been allocated this year. 50 million cedis has been allocated for procurement of outboard motors and fishing inputs for fishers and fishmongers. We are also going to launch an initiative for clean beaches. And so the fishers are going to be involved. We're going to employ people to clean the beaches and make sure that our beaches are clean. You can give us your children, we'll employ them to help clean the beaches for us, and we'll pay them a monthly allowance. Exemption from closed season fishing. As you are aware, artisanal fishers have been exempted from the closed season. So I encourage you to reciprocate by not doing anything illegal during the closed season. We're also in the process of acquiring 2 new offshore patrol vessels for the Ghana Navy to be able to patrol our shores. And then finally, in this year's budget 2026, money has been allocated for the establishment of 2 fish markets, one in Dambai in the Oti region and the other in Shama district. My dear chief fishermen and queen fishmongers, the future of Ghana's fisheries depends on what we collectively commit to today. I therefore urge you to champion responsible fishing practices, lead community education and discipline, work closely with enforcement agencies, support peace, unity, and elimination of illegal practices, and stand firm as guardians of our marine resources. As we celebrate World Fisheries Day 2025, let us renew our dedication to building a future in which Ghana's fisheries are scientifically managed, community-led, economically viable, climate resilient, and equitable to all, especially women who play a critical role across the value chain. The well-being of millions of people depends on the decisions we make today. And so let us move forward in unity, honoring our traditions, embracing science, enforcing discipline, and securing the resources entrusted to us by nature. Together we can develop a thriving, inclusive, and sustainable blue economy that will nourish our people, strengthen our communities, and protect our national heritage for future generations to come. It is therefore my great honor.
We His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ono so de ode eya aboa ema ensumu enam titru de free promono etimi akọ nanim 50 million Ghana cedis ena wode ehyimu a ebeto abo motors ede ama fishermen ne womo kopo no na fe yabo moden na yempo ano no yesiesi ho eno de ye papa because odu we ne ekire amanfo bi anase eman bi apo ano na hwese de ho efe na abehwe Ghana yempo ano na wo in fact iso so akonkran ne Cape Coast num ne takrade num ene baby apopo deda na hu sede po no sometimes ehonum ana amafo sabio wo mo agya o manan ne enema fi ne bone ne niema yempe ne ho ne yakutugu na ka ebe iso anase yade a enye ni so kra to mampani ese nei mo maba ne mo mama no ya enei wo mo enye adwuma nye no eno so employment na mo so mo fo mra na yebetuo mo ka na ya bomodin asiesia pona no ama epono enso ano ate na waboa ama fishes no so na se fishes no etimi na se hu adwa ne ho nema no etimi akonenim we eyo mampani ensema wode etodwa efa ono so the commitment ene na baina na montu a wumutu ede afa kwan ambefa so a ama pomu enam ene won wa omkopo omho hare wo na afei ehon so adwumadie no akọ nanim mianko Ghana Statistical Service aho asoye na afei yenkohwe umensa nanu yede betudwa ekran adi hu nkomo ewe nkasa fidie so say nei corruption abafom na sentia corruption abafom no wo kirekiremu say enei kane baby na ewo about 18 point something enei about 14.5 enen kroniba enei ohwa womu asabio womu edi mu tintiman efa ketahye ne proye ho no nyina ode ho ensem edetudwa o kire say corruption aba from the nenso achede de ekosoro adobo na yebebusa said the line between corruption any achede no anase yetua bribe any achede no ensem to say enkotie the penipa oda Ghana Statistical Service ano na yenti sama ode etudwa
ye ne to so we ye di kan ye no last year 2024 na ye bono to fa e wo mu ye ye hwa ye can be to say experiences or actual experiences of people to say bia me to be office bi me hia public official bi emboa anasa me hia bibisa nto obo ka say yes or be to be public office say bi ye ejuma anasa me hia emboa efi obo kwa ye bisa say odu kwa obo bi so tue bibi ana cha bibi anasa wa to me echa bibi so wo pese wo ma ejuma no koso ntem anasa nipa na ye ejuma na wie no wanza kwa to me so we dey why ade bibi nti ye de ni na bubo mu no ye de kan ye de tu ya ye sisi hu a na che say bribery ni wo ho enso so ate kakra eso na ate kakra no anye say ni ji bebre e wo ho because ye de ni so no say as a country de nka e be ko from kra so ye ntumi yin fu wo kra mpa na nka e be ketu e but ye wo ho no che say go so ye wo ntuma e na me to so mi no ye hwe ewo enkonfo adwen mu no day na say ye yeboa e be ma amambo akoso yi nti e bi say bi mu che so dey bi ye ni influence obi so che so dey bi ni aba ye bia mo ntie ye nti ye diri na toto ncheche mu che ye say sisi ano Ghana fo ka say e ba de say ni ayebeka government ebetie ana ontie no eno so no who say akoso first na nka wo fo akoso kakra ba ni na chere say still e wo ma eye and I usually we anya ndebe because you can't say use panel stadium we so see bia ebe until just next year I say second half of this year so which year we see a reference period for 2025 no na January to June until just from July to December I say yeah by then the next year until yeah kono be who say input to abam and I say we dey ejina na ejina and I say akoye worse if you know ya we
Ghana Statistical Service penipa odano and out say odi ensem etudwa efa corruption no eko anase nkwanei MTTD4 ene se womu ehuri edi kan womu kokra ba se manfo ntua bribe emfa ma womu a enya asem kuma akra hwemu no sa na tie eho hwemu sa de todi se omo tua bribe no sika omutua pa 100 Ghana cedis 100 and ne odi wani achim MTD4 wom other police service for wom CID4 wom afi obajishiri na odi wani achim passport office license office ni nyina no ebi ewom a teacher for nyina ede ewom a je se obia no ɛho ɛbɔ mu kakra we ɛyɛ nsɛm Ghana Statistical Service for ɛde aba betudwa ɛde afa ɛyɛ corruption ɛho ɛwɔ yɛman mu ha kwan bɛ so ɛna yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛtumi akɔ yɛ corruption no ma memfa mo messages no kakra na aba no na afei memra na memetoa so ɛwɔ hanom sei na memfa ma mo good morning Kodi. Oh, pity manage your hunger. Men burning or their wives and children. What a pity. Oh, God, help us. Mami Bruni from Seria Johnson. Okay, we are not been on no affair and Abba Abekayan Sam. Good morning, Kodi. Have you heard that what the MP for Boli said about good people of Achim? He said that they drink with pigs, and this man, who is also a minister, must resign. He doesn't deserve to be a minister or an MP. He is calling for tribal war. Please discuss this issue. It's a very bad statement coming from an NDC MP from Boli. The chiefs and the people of Akim must rise against this useless behavior from the MP. Bright, Ewo Takwa, and Odiwe Abraham. Befi Ewo Bantama, or see the NDC is deliberately blocking the lane of the LGBTQ plus to Parliament because after 5 weeks, it still hasn't appeared on the other paper. This week, we got to know for the first time that the LGBTQ plus even didn't get to President Akufo-Addo for him to assent to it. So why vilify Nanado? As for the NDC, they literally lied their way to power. Political regards to Dr. Baumia and Honorable Sensobuachi. All right, thank you for your message. Ode Abre Ene Anope. We say hi, John. With due respect to you, don't try your third term agenda. Think about the safety of the country called Ghana first. If you finish your term, go away and let fresh mind continue all your policies or colonial ideas because I don't see anything good from your regime. If you finish your term, give chance to the new ones to bring new policies to move the country forward. Brother Kofi Fofi our mice and what is say and they or they and some a brain. May you straight away now you Dr. Evans Nunu on the economists. You couldn't come on at the afa budget titu, you couldn't come on at the afa tax reforms na yahwe revenue mobilization no na yedinko. Doctor, good morning.
Good morning.
Minister no pay ho ye.
Nyamiadum ye ho ye na mo so e.
Nyamiadum ye ho ye papa. Na we de enye bone campaign for so ekurem ba we enye bone Ghana ho nkomo na yedie. Enano am say ya wode atwam na wotwe and the finance minister the budget statement of Ghana for 2026 ebetu edwa. Na yabubu hwa name percentka ye tilte ye attention to tax reforms no nanka ye hwe said ye omo reforms na ba no kwan a ebetimi afaso de no muhu ya omode aba na what will be the end results with these reforms aba na afia hwe kwan a these tax reforms any other revenue mobilization betimi aboa amagana etimi etu mpong mamintio from your point of view and from your academic view sansemi ebetodwa no sen ena mo fa no
yo ye das ne betia ahwefo nyina so die de kan me who say Ghana ankasa o share previous budget even under the previous government na na you who say tax to GDP ratio no low. It is way below 20%. And you know, o share MPP government na kra na the news wadi who say at least obenya tax to GDP ratio of 20%. Now you can the tax to GDP ratio the can say offer your GDP na sika dodo a revenue a dodo a anase percentage dodo a base to GDP ni normal dodo a Ghana nyina na offer o sikemu a at least 20% must go into tax revenue na eno na ya struggle a yenya which means Ghana yeto no e wo form kakra
okay
wo mpanyimfo ni so no enti no abrede nyina no ye say your tax no ebe cost. Say ebe cost so na ye say bia ye susu ye mu no tax na na ye de keka na emom kakana over no crowd, you get to say Bukanana, Nimpa Bebrena, Etia. And then a man tax VAT reform no. Eba, a sunny abaya, Nitiano, Ebaya, some for Nanipa Bebrena, your new film. And then 9 it will be a Crawford agreement from COVID-19 levy, no. And also Namswa, a man, a binding free so. Intino, a year intensely, a band per or sentinel, yet one. Then a bear, Obia, Nisimo better Onya Trimukebi and Infremo. And now say, Najumono, on Tiasi to know. Ontia, Natanipa had no on Tiasi, Baby Benayana, Onya of a panel, and fine yet. And it's in a man, that reforms may other issues with taxation, government fiscal policies, no, a BMO. However, Maybe to see Yemono. Abano generally the budget was good. At all, also a year, but a ban say COVID-19 levy now. Maybe to see Yemono. A dangerous across ye dear Sakans and Omasa because all budget Nangatana, a year IMF, I want no. Any the exit plan no. Answer that yet clear room. Now it is one of the dangerous aspects of your budget a year, no.
Okay.
So the budget is very good, it's full of hope. But say you war IMF. Now you be through what next year be. Now yen to me I'm fine to say BM say when into Jesus you through what because kinda who say yeah the cabin brain idea ya cancel. Into now COVID-19 living so now am I not less than 3.7 billion Ghana to this next year. And it's a year free bar. At the end of my house was you want 20 at what is I order that this care bar. Young Kabishi Mono. Young Shana, young refining, Yamum ye free war.
Enquire say a regional political campaign a platform so in the can't bar. Say said you can until see you free.
Oh, say, Yaka. But I didn't last year, free war. Last year, you know, money before. Sorry, any budget, you Juma this year, no. You tax before, this year, you did act like tax before. I then a young clear COVID-19 will be free war.
Okay.
Young clear free war because me a short about this year, mono. Never say, oh, yes, you be not or show no may say, we are clear, no way free war.
Okay.
And for me, me who say, you don't say, but other nanka, young king, na next year, me aduma me, yen free, say, be free, why yen free, IMF for. Na yen shake a do a day in him. Any bucket, ya building, your reserves are your war. Any a cadodua, I was here service, your services. Na yen shall say, you through a bay saying, say, if you not behind me, maybe a campaign, but you between us the Ghana for say, and I'm saying this, say, not ye free, IMF, enter and I cut every element to know. Mama America crap. In fact, say, make cranny a bina. Anka, send ya maybe ye, Anka met say IMF was a new government. Into one my best 6 month follow period be. Now, yen fan any normal clear so that we can exit properly. Let me tell you, sir, Yako IMF 17 times. And it is because sometimes we see things myopically. Yehoto Yakatana, ne attach a nuisance taxes, they say, a baby as you know, they are saying back. It will be say, NTP government, ever said that I say, or manko for a haircut. Bondholders own your Mokania Diana. One said that. But it's because they saw things myopically. When we really abano from 2016, they call not 2017, 2018, and normal year, you know. One was a year, you want a year. When we use taxes, one was to talk mathematical test, no man, a we are not innocent people. And a woman watches woman to the sense that Obi Wako pensions in Kakran. Nay, Yentia. In fact, the uncle IMF cry, and the economy could have crashed. It means to Yemono. Say, ya foresight. Na Yahoto is so easy. Na complacency, SST. And this is also born the innocent people they are not even close to the corridors of power, which is unfair. And to some of us that you name or mind that you need to be your mind, we should be bold enough to commend the government. So, oh yeah, okay. But the business one go here, we should be bold enough to say this one you rushed into the decision. And I think that the removal of COVID-19 levy, the Ebeba Sokrana, Yedina IMF, Yenwe, one ATM, Yebifa, Yenfa exit plan via Army to Janet. I think it's quite too early. Now, my main campaign message in there, they appeared Nina Yejuma, and Kagana to the land. Because Oshe promised that for make it, even MPP time, campaign message or promise or any area Mahama time, I know what Kanka. They appeared Nina Yejuma, friends, man. Like Ghana, a small land. And the Mimimuno. Campaign message in there, manifesto in there, and Yana, Yadi Yejuma, and Tia, if you see the reality, I was there, na Okase Ghana for you, they can't say, but Yaba officer, we share the situation on the ground that the NC, a Babua into COVID-19 living, ya can't see a baby, but no my America crap, not Yemfeni. I think that Anka free IMF, na you we name clear, Nedi and Sakaya, Anka for me, it would have made a lot of sense. Then remove it now. Na ye, that's the free IMF, not a normal Digua. Nay, a snap back and I say, it's not surprising to say Apple IMF Makuma 17 times.
Because your vision, do be an eye blade, you honey, thank
you.
Yes,
that is it.
But my the issue of registration threshold increase, now how feasible it is. Set a name, rising from 200,000 to 750,000. How that one will churn out for Ghana.
In fact, let me say, sir, most of the government thresholds, we have budget now, all the estimates, all the projections, BBA, it won't be no. Especially some of the things are even budget to capture in page 3 regarding sustainable jobs, everything else. They would say, feasible. I buy no idea. Some say over ambitious, but I would say it is not like that. We share one estimate in I would say realistic and achievable. Jobs not so be creating, and sometimes people based on that people say you're ambitious, but means all their thresholds, all their estimates are okay. And when it comes to the jobs, my only hope is that they will not do what we did with NABCO. Say yes, Panko will be a human, no my question office. Na ya pe bibia mo. Eno na ya na they have a crap. Mimi so suye mu no. Any threshold be a best setting. It should be founded in productivity. It is also for 80,000 or whatever thousand. We had one different one factory planting for food and jobs. These were very good policies that any well-meaning government was there to pay attention to. They didn't require you should not remove it. You should find a way of also rebranding it to make it your own. Because in the absence of agri and industry, everything will be artificial. If you want natural, organic, if you want organic economic growth, you should tackle it from agri and industry. And I think that is what one district, one factory, and planting for food and jobs sought to do. For now, so far so good. All their reforms, all their policies look nice. The only thing is that we have to have a good implementation strategy. And like I said, the fact that we were silent on the IMF exit plan, we were silent. We were not too clear on the 24-hour economy, which is supposed to be the anchor of most of their programs. Because we are 110 million Ghana cedis or so at the Amount Secretariat now. Now, once that marked clearly on the constituent flagship programs, for me, it leaves much to be desired.
I see.
I think yes, budget looks good, all the thresholds are good, but we should find a way of ironing out and normally be feel say uncle kakra our budget no and after I get too clear our budget no, and then even if they don't have any way of communicating that now in the media budget review next God willing next year, I need them to come clearer.
Yeah, the introduction of AI. I'm saying on digitalization, about the room, say baby to me abwa, ama yet me a monitor a man for an ba. We're looking at our situation as Ghana, our maintenance culture, and said yeah, and as human beings. With this introduction, how do you see it?
Yes, I have had research on finance and other aspects that incorporate AI.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the world is now using AI to ensure internal control mechanisms, to block leakages, and to ensure compliance.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing very much about AI, I think it's a splendid idea.
Mm-hmm.
So we now want to introduce AI into our revenue mobilization and other sectors of the economy. It is highly commendable, a good idea. I think that is the age now.
Mm-hmm.
The world is tilting towards AI. Normal AI, what do you know who I want to say? A normal AI, but maybe we have woman in 100 years, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't impact 10 years, but AI the 1 day, by some few hours.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that is the trend now. I have used artificial neural network to develop AI dashboard for banks. And I think that it is prudent that you may integrate AI into our practices, especially when it comes to the financial sector, revenue mobilization, and the like. And yes, you rely on NIMPA. You won't say customs for any or more revenue. No, it's the Akasaka here. That's what Akasaka here. Now, or money here. Until we introduce AI, we introduce proper technology into our revenue mobilization and other prudent sectors of the economy, there will continue to be leakages.
Doctor, you for see that's an pay any obra when yamae. We Dr. Evans Nunu, ono economist, didn't come on FA budget to FA VAT reforms na afi revenue mobilization. Dr. Owusu Dankwa enso ewa the appropriate time better nka ba mamma na kwabansa na manfo hu so hampa na Doc.
Yeah.
Na wako de
de
yamiase pa na ebedi nkomo Ghana esika sam no ti ebedi nkomo ensem bebiri ho ebedi nkomo de afa ho ne ahwe how a ebetimi e de akoye twen said Dr. Aaron Kuma ono so ba be kan sa na ya di nkomo ba men kan messages no de kakra no emfi ho ansa na memra ene me kase me ka proxy no ho asem but ebi a time amamu a enyumre definitely I'll talk about it. Amansan Ntie the security, please let the truth be told to the president that Galamsey no a small scale miners no ara and a worry too and any pafufru biara, so he must ban all surface mining. I know that he has no will to stop them. That is why we need military Amansan Ntie there. Anyway, good morning, Cody. I'm saying Isaac from Takwa. Mahama and his party guys think that all Ghanaians are gullible. Prior to the 2024 elections, Mahama has honestly said that when he comes to power, all the illegal miners who have been apprehended and incarcerated will be given amnesty. The last time I listened to Mahama, he says since he came to power, more than 1,500 illegal miners have been jailed. May I know from Mahama if all the guys they have arrested are Galamsey kingpins, as he said in the position, just to bulldoze, bamboos some Ghanaians to vote for him. All right, thank you. Golden Boy and from Amponting. Let's say good morning, KOD. The MPP MPs at Parliament have nothing to do. What they are doing is to boycott, walk out press conferences. You see the MPP and the NDC, who was supposed to have signed the LGBTQ plus. The MPP stayed in power for 8 good years. They couldn't sign the LGBTQ bill. Now, they have turned to blame the NDC government. You see the hypocrisy of the MPs. They are not serious at Parliament House. So, fellow Ghanaians, let us exercise patience for John Dramani Mahama. He will sign the bill if it is ready from the Parliament House. So the MPP communicators in their so-called serial killers should shut up, because Ghanaians know their propaganda. All right. Yeah, that's it for your message. We say good morning. My name is Mr. Andy Oforidako from Eastern Region, Abonsi. Ask the NDC people for me. Do we eat dollars or inflation? Utilities are, though inflations are down, utilities are increasing hourly. Rents have increased, and you are telling us things are going well. Why? Please tell them things are bad. All right. So thank you very much for your message. Good morning, Kodi. I went to DVLA this week. I can tell you the rates, the workers there are corrupt. It's unbearable. Hey, Amagana from Nana Osei. Okay. Ono Edie Enonom. Good morning, Kodi. I am Samuel. Asensure do watch you live from Libreville, Gabon. I'm telling Ghanaians that they should forget the NDC propaganda fighting Galamsey is all lies. If they do so, where will they buy gold to feed their so-called gold balls? Shame to John Mahama and his so-called NDC government. All right. Thank you for your message. We say we in Siana Yentuaso. Can you tell the NDC they have a ruling government? We don't need any complaint. Why in this country called Ghana? They should do what they said or they told Ghanaians during the campaign for the 2024 elections. Ghanaians expect NDC to stop the Galamsey, to get clean water to drink from Kojo Smile Kentampo North. And Odiwe Abraham, say, mark my words, nothing will change after 16 years. MPP will come to power because some of you are ungrateful. Good morning. How are you, please? Mahama is doing well. Stop the propaganda. As I said last time, MPP will stay in opposition for 16 years. All right. Good morning. In fact, some of the NDC members in parliament are doing Galamsey, including chiefs, but still they are attacking the MPP members. MPP delegates vote for Dr. Innocent Mahmoud Baumia. Okay. No, no. The rest of your messages, I'll come and pick them. But my call Dr. Boachi Dankwa na yen share yen common as same. And you may the president who some for want of time. Inti yebe ye economics na ya finance. Ewa ha. Doc. Mami too generally about the budget first and sana. Twaso with the tax reforms, near revenue mobilization. I mean, do.
Okay. Okay, we are not famous now. Actually, we're tearful, na match yami. Students in me, almost a month. If you must send me messages,
Omudigala Nibiana. Omudibilia Munyayo.
What you say, and someone go, Auntie, and a permit Fabio, Fabio, Agrusu, and then Nini, so Alaska, and so Manson, Watresto. And I was still back to work. I was sending a message in the dog eat you, who you tea, and so much. Got a family chair when you're not much able to for any tea, me general comment about the budget. We see budget were objective. So we draw budget now. One set of objective one to say why is not a budget.
Okay.
A budget must have an objective. And that objective should be achievable. And say who say resources now what they kushimuno. And then expenditure that expenditure we could make we be achieve our objective. And do a 2026 budget now menu to force and ready now. We say resetting that is the team now and one objective. Resetting for jobs, economic growth and transformation. Yes. A very nice semantic words. Come on. But I say who read the budget now from the beginning to the end there. I don't see transformation in the budget.
You don't see transformation?
Yes, I see consolidation of our gains.
Salmon.
Yes.
Which I'm saying?
Dear, Niamana, I am this year. The economy in the crab, I could see a gina, near my gina kakra. Face your koto petru, near Bokona, to see a dear chances and then ukojom ne niema prices increase and inflation yen nyina hu say inflation it ya single digit ne na around 8%. Ba me ba ho me won problem kakra with interest rate.
Okay. Me who say businessmen titru omo aka ho asem say why doesn't it resonate with interest rate?
Why is still doing that? And then we will see some aspect of the economy and maybe artificial.
Be artificial.
Yes.
Okay.
Enti say we have budget here and yema economy na stabilize kakra no. Now we have budget here. Adia a create economic growth. Adia the transformation ba. Adia the job creation ba o memu pa capital investment.
Capital investment.
Capital investment. Ya fesika ekoyi akwan bebri. You pesi si hospital we. You pesi yi ye to machines we. Ye go into agriculture. We say na minu ane kasa no. No wo link agriculture with industrialization. Budget in my head e hu bibia sa. What you say? Enti wo hwe budget ya wo capital expenditure 2.6% of GDP. A flop. Yes. The capital expenditure in the budget is 2.6% of the GDP.
A flop.
Flop. Why is the transformation? We say will be a fan out. Read about economy, read about finance. Job creation comes as a result of capital investment. Okay. No way. 2.6% of GDP. Meanwhile, compensation, wages and salaries are 5.7% of the budget. O my be na chichere ne sa.
Ti da ebe ko hin.
Ebe ko hin mu sa. Yentimi mfa sika bi nko wura ba bi nya de be yiye fira ho hin ni mu, aho chire ni mu. Capital investment.
Is it that we don't have any baby at the wura na say excuse my language.
Simple, me man can see. Ehia dwen kase.
No, so straight away, sir.
Ehia dwen kase. The last time I told you, me can say me chire mo ha. Me. Woman me position bi na de me ka say me ye 2 weeks 3 weeks man ti ma nya me the time this one me ko. Now for time university ho na ma ko chire ma de. Bra what you say? If we are brabo na ti me no obra me competition. That is how life is supposed to be. What you say? I don't see you say you better take bold initiative. Me ya TSCA, the new patriotic party MPP or mutu opposition no. They be am catch me consolidate. Me console wo say it's okay. Because they took very decisive decisions. DEPP no. And the MPP go opposition.
Do enye de.
Enye de, but they no. But they did it. They knew they were going to lose the election.
No.
Yes. Because MPP lost the election in 2022. The very year they started the Oman so is hard, you know.
But they took it.
They took it. Yeah, by visa.
For the sake of Ghana.
Of this country.
All right.
Now when the stability of this country.
And this was no.
I'm
prudent management of the economy.
The economic recovery started in 2022.
Okay.
The economic recovery program started in 2022. Can for that time started here. We started with external credit facility, the external creditors in France, Germany, China, for no memory of Wessian. And now, Abrafon say yes. Yatiasi.
Koyo feed.
So what I say. Now, Nippon, I was in Kwayadi and the man. One of the way. Oh, by no much cabinet. I do any cabinet dune. You can't say. Empany Ampa, no more take a decision on the Betua Bunting.
Yeah.
That is the intimate. We can start make payment in 2026 equal. In the from next year, go your mouth for better. You better tell your what you say. What is your music?
What projections on ye?
Yes, projections.
And a Fofi and Twata, baby, this
so. In dinner, we are then. They have not done anything to mean anything serious. But the economic recovery not started 2022, 2023, 2022. What you say? And the bomb ban now is economic recovery. No, it take time. A long span adieu. Yes, we ya short a year. What you say? And this is not the first time Ghana is undertaking economic recovery programs.
Okay.
What do you say? We've had it severally. And this is not the first time.
What they are coming for?
Yes. What they are coming for? And they voted against the MPP.
Yeah.
I mean, can't they back on Chiro? So, domestic debt restructuring program na MPP. Domestic wine. When you say amount for a cow, the middle class, no, I'm going to talk about MPP for. The middle class. They vote for MPP for. Yen fan say yen mo say kakra no me ne umi enu what you say teacher for bi kakra adwumfo kakra be sika won nsam no middle class they vote for MPP who take the data na wo be hu won say the can won and they are the people who voted against MPP so we say one you want to man MPP dey and what on to whatever decision be ba no won ka ho what you say whatever decision we ban one count into the fact and the reality in this country is say economic recovery program started 2022 and na leadia dia ba 2025 as stabilizing the man what you say but no cry ba ko pe almost buy no almost put you some measures 1 2 be argument no but they shouldn't say it's their totally no the foundation MPP lay na who can say sa domestic debt restructuring MPP anye that's wo and na external credit idea no so yantima ankoya Ghana economy ka crash what you say that's why Ghana go find nke akutua secondly the government has paid 19.4 billion Ghana to the DDP domestic fund so what I say that's why Ghana when we say as January 7th Nana Akufo-Addo was leaving the office here. Now, $300 million was ready to be paid. Yes, $300 million. The year $300 million to be paid to a domestic forum this particular year, 2025. Why are they not saying it? What do you say? Now, by now, 24th February, Mahama. 24. Do you know that 24th February they made payment? 24th February this year they made payment. That's how much revenue be. Na abaya revenue. Sigane da heba.
I see.
Hey, me but you share say ya. Ghana for me en kan okure nkyere yom. Momo MDC form pam me yembe wasere the bia. No kure ba ko pe.
Yeah.
24th February we made payment and where did you get that money? And we made payment in August too. What you say? Now some savings be have been made elsewhere. Stika kakra bi dia akoto to baby e dia sia. Ye di be yes ade no. What you say? Woman ye ni di agire o. Ye ni di agire pa.
We are emra we na tax reforms no so na ye nhwe. Mamintiu tax reforms issues ahodo bebre na womo epejai na so mo ka ho asem a omo ede eto ho. Maybe bosso keke. I just mentioned them. Value added tax oka ho ensem say any threshold no almost raise from 200,000 to 750,000. Almost trese.
That's what is you.
Matiso. From 200,000 to 750,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means that.
Reduction of the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%. A whole number of questions, Busa. Say a whole answer that you help us. Reintegration of NHIL and then get fund into the VAT base. And also one more eka ho ensem and so ewaha and sectoral relief and zero rating VAT on reconnaissance and adanam say di ho komo and so ewaha digital administration and compliance tools and no edikan aka COVID-19 health recovery levy and no ye every ho income tax reforms overhaul the Income Tax Act to modernize the regime, improve coherence, and align with evolving international standards. Alignment with international best practice, the reform will streamline rules, reduce ambiguity, and then enhance consistency with global norms. Okay, taxation of the digital economy ɛno wɔka ho asɛm. Custom and trade facilitation. Custom policies will be modernized to deepen trade facilitation while strengthening border integrity and revenue assurance. Border for no ho nso nsɛnsɛm no ɛno ɛwɔ ha. Standards and digitalization. Custom operation will be aligned with emerging international standards in trade facilitation, digitalization, and broader efficiency, improving clearance times and reducing administrative frictions. Border first say you call a port ho no na na say amanfo ne ma na mo yin bebre twifam cause ne ma na de beba no yentimi hu ade croppoti e wo mu ntie ya na tax also tua wo so no wontua omo so omo be ya ahwe e masane man and a host of others so that mamintie on these issues na fe me hwe.
Okay, tax reforms na, especially the VAT na abana. Adi asesa ye, sa 1% COVID tax na we free.
And no pen asesa.
That's the only thing. It was 21.9%, 21.9%. And now it's 20%.
We 1% if you said 9.1.9 be almost
0.9 we free. That is it. And to me that 1% COVID tax na we to me it doesn't make sense.
Sir.
Yes.
Tell me busa says 1.9% of free influence so bang and the benya.
It's going to affect our revenue base. Because that COVID tax marginally give you around 3.7 billion a year.
Also more relief to those.
Relief to who?
Those now
No, in the economics you call something multiply effect.
Okay.
It doesn't have any significant effect to be our.
Until na make us omo na yi sa 1.9 free. They bang
that is it.
Yeah.
But the economy in generality, mining in any belusu. By individuals, bra makoto me call me do poku trading ha. Now my picking wine back. What you say? Me wine pay friend for special. Me do ha
and pepper.
And I'm pepper. You mu sweet kakara. Me baton wine back around 120 cedis. What you say? Number 2 COVID-19 1% here. It's 12 cedis. No, even not 12 cedis.
1%.
1 cedi. 1 cedi 20 pesos.
1 cedi 20 pesos. I see.
1 cedi 20 pesos. How excuse me on. People among phone taking me out of context. How be panel the 1 cedi 20 pesos bebre me. Na me hu say me tue say to contribute to the development of this country. Now what me say I feeling now we mine 3.7 billion Ghana cedis. Do you know what he can do? Yes, can do
3.7
billion. Yes, it's around that area. A year.
So we no more year free.
Yes. I have it here. My training baby. My training baby. Is that figure? Yeah, 3.7 billion Ghana cedis. Cover tax. You should give us around that area. That. Inti, I didn't see.
Some promise. Say omoba ombe cover tax na free ho.
You see promise who promise at all cost you must win power. Who we are now we need revenue. What you say? Hey, we check your revenue this year. Government are there now why na budget na why no. Revenue are expected projections. Any expenditure. I think the expenditure is around 302 billion Ghana cedis. But the revenue is around 268 billion Ghana cedis.
Shortage of about 40 something.
Yes. Revenue no going to meet.
Want to
meet revenue projections no. Yes.
Why?
Oil best fall it.
Good price better.
Yes. Oil revenue, oil receipt best fall it. Do you know that the oil revenue no since 2019 up to 2025 have fallen about 30 to 40%.
2015.
Yes.
10 years.
2019.
2019.
Yes.
6 years.
Yes.
35%.
Around that, because your daily production around 2019 was 200. Currently, we are doing 150. At saying, 50,000.
Yeah.
I do know what 50,000
barrels, right?
Is doing for us. What I say?
I see.
As a result of that, revenue I reduce it from $3 billion to $1.96 billion. I reduce from 3 billion to 1.96 billion US dollars. Na wo sa highway we ni made a amana reduce no barrel no productions na reduce no oil ni deplete esa asase no oil no esa. That's number one. Prices no so ekofom nti once oil ni deplete no once production aba from production reduce from 200,000 barrels a day to 150. What you say and then ama revenue no so aba from no nti ti wanya another source of revenue be augment ya okonya political platforms why you can pay go every
I see
go every whilst you have ambitious projects ya pese we this budget NDC is being ambitious. They want to do something for Ghanaians to know. No one penny Mahama Kabi say he's going to be he's going to take Ghana to a certain level. No government, no president will be able to reverse it. Will be able to reverse it. Yeah. So they are so ambitious, and it's nice to be ambitious. But where are the resources? And you have opportunity with this 1%. What you feel?
That is interested possibly be other areas where they can get money to show up.
I think a budget in other areas. So we see we need to expand the tax base. What I say, tax network, tax net, not network, tax net, yes, expanded.
So be expanded.
And to where expanding now will be one of you free. Meanwhile, other areas we are not doing well. If it is oil revenue, receipts, we are not doing well now. It is a name on Koye, my near Kunya Kakra. I don't know man into home. Because you made political promise nti wo ba ye no kwa pekwan bi so aka kire o on paniku fo anyebi ministers menu ane ni o memha ba da ni wi na yesu kakra but ye hu se wo kan se wo ba ti ministers aba se 50 as 40 as 60 o ba ye wo wura wo hu se no ade ne ntisa he made a very fantastic presentation to Ghanaians me pamochaw ade no na metie ache ni me hu se netisa nti me ba ye no eni me hu se say we need people more hands on desk. Nti minua na me pamocho Ghana for mon fan chayen nti ne maye ni sei no Ghana fan che no on pani go for an kwese kenta me teze me ba na wo kan asem bi me yenko opura na maka na wo kan se wono abo adu asare se e go fa wan any constitution dey no contract wo na if your man pani bi na senke ye no ye man ko tete man kan ye Ghana mon pani go for when e bi ye ni wo governance fe me cha dey university distance education on panic for na de ba me hu ye and ye da so ye sisi enyu me sisi me free ha me kotena internet so akira de what you say nyu one na esen ke ye ni sa enti me na me ye me akura se maka
me nyanwe
munyimade Ghana for beto ase what you say enka ye mbi se nkwa ke besa betla ha education amamo ni aka because to throw 3.7 billion out into the gutter me nu anya de ketwa o e kwan e betime yama ye no. In any case, the ambitious big push is it not 30 billion?
30 billion, yeah.
So what is this? Or is it not 10% of it? Yeah, 10%. 10% of that amount. And big push, mubi yakwan. Is it? And now no pay kwa na mewe. Say it could be called digitalization, name irrigation,
anything.
So anything infrastructure.
Yeah, anything infrastructure.
Into irrigation in America, or modi or madrin be copper now support your agri sector, no. So you can support industrialization. And it shouldn't be say, you didn't sako can we didn't sako can we into we have VAT idea now. It's that 1.9% in the free so. Now the base na saba 15%. The asaba 15%. The 15%. On the 2023 ena kan foriata epk ade any free 12.5% ku 15%. It was 12.5%. Me kura me will paper be on that. Inti budget ade na nkasa no we no na nche dan chei. Di ga ma net na wan kan ha dwen. You say national health insurance and get funds so 2.5 now 5%. The wa take am as back to 20.
Yeah.
But we learn from best practices. We learn from best practices. If you look at the advanced economies now, almost the same thing. Asia for the no from VAT. There's some countries even have 10%, 15%, any other day. I think Nigeria was 7.5% VAT. What I say? But over yen part of the world Africa will be within 10 to 20%, 10 to 20%, and we are not out of order. we call advanced economies now. The likes of Germany, Spain, Italy, almighty UK. UK is saying 20%. Within 10-20%, and it's okay. But if we had stayed that 21.9, I see can it's not why. I see. We come to other what's what person tackle income tax act 2015-896 2015-896 on person yes some society boom yes obviously one can there's that thing on person what I say but I'm expecting say they are going to open the net to bring in more people so people can what I say and the tax is
but I don't know that is the difficulty Ghanaians have because they bind there in what about those Ankran how do we rope them in?
That is why so income tax at Nebeka. How we are going to rope them in? Because now no make can be. Wouldn't say mason for 2 when we tax.
I will be amuntu mason for.
Mason for that artisanal are you for
Mama Dr. Ronkuma Kwabena. Okay. Doc. Good morning. Naboko de moko nyamiase remember now no ngurem
doctor already na menchia no say who is doctor my colleague
munyina mo Amstead we say Amstead
when you say aparaketu hu pani a na wa mo the doc is senior lecturer
anyway
doc we anopedi na memfas na menchia ni nua ba ko ye veni oni nua ba ko na mo campus pa Lookman Alaska Lookman Alaska Professor Masud menchia and the end was media. And you had tax the tax idea now. I think that the income tax act and that's what they want to do. They want to amend it and find in a scientific way. Maybe the AI, whatever means, they will be in more people.
Yeah.
That's what that's what I can see. But let me go back to VAT system. The threshold, yes, threshold, then 200,000. It was okay. It's what payana
750,000.
We're giving so many exemptions. It means that it's a 300,000, 400,000, 600,000 for you. Now, do you know what Ghanaians are going to do?
No.
They have even started consulting us.
Say.
Let's see about your mom. 700,000. Inti business no capital na 600,000. Be a business ni miensa register ni pa miensa.
So omodia
200,000 you no pay. You call it tax planning. And you explore the loopholes no amom no dia adwuma. No mo so amaye kakra.
I see.
What you say? Inti media na me no nya adwe.
All right.
Me, I was even expecting class and can ba
somewhere 100,000.
Nanka, effective rating. Ya hu bibi.
O ma ye no hu mum bibi. Okay.
What you say? Nka there were I thought it was going to be ranges. Range which are the progressive tax here. What you say? And think up better proportion say within maybe between 100 to 300,000 mudi see. 400 to 300 to this 600 mudi see
600 upwards
mudi see which I see nti bia you do 700 na wo pɛ no ho na nka we na peg ho kon do bia you see to get down half no be mo ranges bi na I say
omo na from ho adi
o maybe just say abontin wo normal taxes to any adin kakra ka ne beju wo mo but when you say sankofo no so do so pa
omo do so
omo form ha no omo do so pa ka wedi at the time I know 200,000 no then you na enkofo a chi wo no bracket ni mu tax bracket ni mu no do so and at least it was giving you money now we say what rate no so which was some exemptions bebre.
So how do we marry the two? Because they open so expanded tax way no. Omo ebitimi achom so what some really. So how do we marry the two? So
I see in the realms of the taxation, I see it to be political suicidal.
Sir.
Yes. Me when say your revenue no eba higher. That is why I was saying that we are going to find it difficult to achieve our revenue target. That projections, 268.9 668.1 billion. I find it, I see it to be unrealistic.
Mesaba, my memory Dr. Ronkuma Hona Mintio also so on the tax reforms, and then revenue mobilization ɛwɔ budget no mu.
Yuri Machao.
Me also.
Machao dog. You say I check. I'm a quaint.
One time share campus.
Campus. And that campus. And I'll cry. You say I go sometimes I know why I did.
I'll be anyhow.
Yes, I will leave. I'm chat for I'm set for you by Chancellor Professor Fred Osaf Michiano. Now, main fame finish say, on say, or my be an teacher. Maybe I also to me for plan be say mayor politics. Na nye politics campaign se my can. Ni na ye diso. Na de me ya. Any say more opposition. And I'm more country Ghana was ye need to to aeroplane. And so say more bad power. And I'm saying we expenditure items. Money is carried to aeroplane.
I bet your budget.
I bet your budget. You see, in 2017, MPP for buy see yaw abolish 17 abolish taxes. I feel VAT no. Na the air ban. Na ebu ko. Uni same way make kind say time as policy bia time who are about power and of course say on the obey reinstate payment of teacher tini allowance and nursing tini allowance na wo nyame ayi wadom waba obi atwam na why campaigns oba reinstate oba say there be akwa no twam no kra wo dem na say ho say me change enye enti
na what baby
but you force yourself and put if you say unim say na dog can say middle class for unim say last 2024 elections teacher for nurses for more tini yes because they were even they no mutua no kra na esan insult to them ko bi 6 months so betua ba ko ma no enti esa kra na o shene bufu they could be
politics in the hiding.
That's the point. You see, I don't know. Maybe another catch you say he had drink kese. Binye hubi. I drink kese you go funny.
I guarantee be any drink kese.
No, omo mo drink kese no. Omo mo drink kese, you omo nyo. No, say the fact is that omo mo drink kese no, omo any prepared to go into politics and do it. And then nobody is prepared to invite them. So we are buying kwa na wa anya fortune na ko invite omo say bra be ka ho na be boa me anya adua. Wo party for make say hey, we ye campaign won ka ho. Ye nim no ba bia o de ofri he. And that's the challenge problem we are having as a country because it looks like tax reforms here abaye already no wo akra no nim say wo revenue shortfalls na edena o san eco TV so na wo ko TV so kran so a wo amaye any other avenue bia wo de be raise additional na wo ni bi nye say look me time doc say omo the reform ba say omo be income tax reform the income tax reform informal sector no you have to formalize them before they can be forming part of the wo aban kwa unim how I see formalizing income informal sector unim un plan plan da
wo na adwen kase ne ban
say why na ekwe because yeti way o consult why o consult kwa mama ye I don't know say o jaima private sector so implement bibi o Ghana ha I say otimi ye na de ne mane ye o ba o jaima ban say onya that's about hey you go for you switch buy enka sabrinka ye ni problem with money system nka you switch buy na nka itimi ye the transaction live enka no anse sesi anka wo na ma nka wo ni o card show ho look Bolivia as far back as 2009 obi a oton chinchinga ewo ba enim say okoto ni chinchinga this all the card
esi ho machine
POS ni si ho to dudu anu swipe now what you see
cash no
Sweden in 2014 me fro bus ena me wura mo na kwa no ball me say my card I don't have card I'm a stranger here I say no you can't board the bus and another person also bus no and what je me sika no and what the swipe mami na bitimi fro bus no ti asa nka bitimi fro bus ba yen ye kofa yi switch buy ye de kokwasa sa issues and me anko life yes yakuludu amount this oko bank ne ko yi hwan me want so the presence of bank kiwa ebe come process ebe come a person reduce no tina anything I go for you switch by as one the Bank of Ghana for here no I don't know say yeah no I say I don't know say bia Kofi Juma kan say bi mre bi atwam sasa no kan me say sa ba da bia be da na say bisimiti man kan say asem na o kan o se nyankopon bo wi ase e na obo aprofu kane odom kotina ba bi o moti no enti owi ya no be bo Africa before no bo before no de ba aprofu no hwe ye vegetation ye mineral soil land ni ade no musa nyango then na wo yes I was don't worry omo am don kotina omo fa nya hwe
as I'm pasu
na say since I we over all the things I develop world Africa near wo bibia develop world bia uranium gold manganese bauxite again
lithium
oil you bibia bio but can you musa who say yen can we put it to use no this abrofi na be say oh mineral we wa na omo atu omo tu ye so a omo emfa yen ha no omo de ko no makoye no masan de abre yeah sometimes they be bisa me who say enti ya na aban sorry a o ha no ho say o ma scholarship no ya na what is the rationale behind because the minimum say minimum hwe me studies from China me say China for and some omo decide some scholarship to abroad for people to go and study no nim de omo ye omo access ade bia omo need skills omo need abilities no ma for specific sponsorship no ma kokusua deeply no mo de aba so that they can come and implement it in their country yen obakrum ha ye wo programs humanities law economics wan ni ma ho scholarship say nkofo nkwa approach nkusua abra yenim aeroplane yenim car yenim train train kwan yenim road common phone radio yenim and ye man sponsorship for nkofo nkusua nkoye o by ya ni am obi sponsorship no because we party ni no okọ and at the same me yakra ni say artisans here aban any abre a person wo mo beka income tax me who aban artisans mo bia who so sign bia ncho mo artisans obi ho no ma ni unima ne say me sori am kwa adwuma wo ba ba ye adwuma ma jim sika gumbotom na mkom ba bi ono on manity ni bia won kire no kwan ye fa so a ye processing document obi be wura mu a so formalizing so you see trade receipt or ye na obetimi aba account a kire revenue authority for onje sa
e bi kura no mo ji receipt bu no mo
that's the point wako pam shirt nipa ya pam shirt ono say oh mejo 100 cedis
metua 80
metua 80 owie ya say okay any mobile money je anya san so a odi oya uja ho a no wa kan osika wewe na dia man
how you going to monitor this
and force that person to come and pay income tax you see you edikanyame ya wadom tax na wo indirect tax na wo wa embedded on the people no nanka wo nyame ya wadom na obi abe wo de wo no wo oba no na obi ade tax na abe bronkofo na ya to abatia no Dubai say how do you case nyam nam de tax de buy o na de buy mu de munya botre tax no ye be hu bibi ye be hwe kwan fa so ai be fa so na wo ju revenue now the wo di develop wo agenda but you see how be tete tax so so wo nya alternative way a na wonim won say do kan say oil revenue enye oil revenue nko ahun koko kura e production okofo chese anti edie pa na wo be nya revenue to upstream the if I say the shortfall now wo be experience no and bia we can say we cut down expenditure aban Ghana aban cut down expenditure bia say see ya wo IMF and say see I say kokwasa adwin papa bi nkofo tim ye manage expenditure no according to IMF standard and you I think last week or last 2 weeks me can say we say me saban we IMF no aye yene IMF tena eye IMF in fact adwen kese ba ko afri ho enti omama ya adwen kese omo be kan ye hu ya omo bre ye sika yi omo bre just $3 billion and so at least $3 billion omo dey aba no for the last 4 years omo say economy no experience stability because omo monetary system no eya adwuma ma ye nya ya adwen se ekufri ho
entra wa
oh yes
no mo control esa
me catch us adwen kese ba ko no say ya pese ya dey adwen kese bo man
IMF no yenya obia
yenya
and this policy no why don't we look and something
you need discipline no look on Africa and Ghana for you too much obsessed with properties to the extent that maintain you because we a minister look we a minister I don't know so you corrupt KOD we a minister pa also I don't know say na you cry chat there etua ye ka twotwo poi kra yetimi manage ho tumi etoka etimi asifie etimi ehwe ye ma school enti minister den enti ka mi hu yi we see if 100 we see 100 o does do same
bako
if you no kra enye na adamu edanu kra no bed no me ameka che mistress say me sometimes oba me bed so oba bed no so no busa ajefa na me dafa oh enti na wo we are sometimes you don't know and I Ghana for so me 2 Ghana for I say we dey bia me Ghana for ntie me say yeah I say udi unkosua no na wo nkokwa na wo we no sa I say yeah too emotional about sika and he say akra politicians no buy a hona say unim say oni politicians ya na kasa no wokono amaska
wanya de baby outi na wabeduru ha no wanya
that's the point and yeah encourage wo so munye corrupt because ni bakro no also obo eska no they do so be campaign a waba be chairman na udi obi 2000 ne udi obi 3000 udi obi 1000 ne say in the next 4 or 5 years now also could do anim no what you carry and so
that's right
and we have to change our mentality na me point ni say abai no me nimba bia wo dey ni reason free a okotete tax so tax na otete so no dey and shey look and na tax na otete so no so unim dey ya no any meaning meaningful to almost all of us now what it has now any meaningful to us. Let me tell you the reason. Look, no do cancel me. Or say or to wine 120. Eh titas 1 cedi 20 pesos. 1 cedi 20 pesos no I say eh nipa no ko bucket wa. Na oto ade na wanye careful. Neka nsesa 1 cedi 20 pesos a. Ba hwe a wo de beche. Who say adibi ho no wo ya ho. I was say nipa kro nya significant effects. Na affecting the life no say oh I deal with because remember a typical example say tama NPP for bar power omodi free SHS buy. Parents are omodi on mako school na appreciated it. Say oh okay now they me no go school anya hwe no mintua school fees bia. And one say me dey akora na akọ school. Bia me tuto ne ho niema na metim de ne ko school asa. By ade oh yeah nipa brabo who say nipa your lifestyle to say inti na wahya in labor economics say employer ehwe na say ne sika ekofoma on te akatua so rather no oyi nipa ne biadi o ti nipa no so say the be ya won maka no o betimi atena adwuma no no maye enti say because akatua na ayetua nipa no ene ne ho afa ndi ukote so pe bonza na fe onwiwi enti say obitua tax na o te so a also what so in such a way say who say tax here tea so there in fact say me kodwuma me who say afi dey me twade a ade ne bo so ate the question is there tax kra what titi so yi nyema bo a wodwom no will not even change still akra no ebesa akosoro so why do you worry yourself and do that?
That's the question.
That's the question. Because Obia dum why yes I dey na maw. E say MPP for be ye bi. E be wi achi well dey be yan say ade so mo dey buy ye ntimi ni mo support. Untimi nka hwe nche omo. Omo sa dey buy no aso dey aba. Buy say we country bi wo decide ma we buy. Wo ni ba kwa won survive. Wo san be real state. Won survive.
Yeah.
Buy ye dey. Ye dey. Na ka wo kra no e ba wo tim say test here me quantity so afi dey a new tax may come. Ka obe resign because unim say I don't know, but I bet to believe say beer now buy say or any money na or the say was say or the money for value bill co parliament minimum the cross say this money for value bill they say say yeah because yeah naturally value for money there Ghana and there no Kenya me menya ekra who examples, two examples Vodafone then now you from say Telecel Telecel for any MTN for or mama showcase omuna omutimi ko 6 school dine 6 million na buy sin 50 million omutimi 6 school dine 200,000 na buy sin 5 million enti value for money no I believe say bia ehon na ekohwe dia na eno no krampo no enye omo na kache say party heska enye omo na kache say enkofo tua 10% enti minim how to be the part me daddy no ho a how many said aban wo plans what my 24-hour economy 24-hour economy is not a joke 24-hour economy say adwuma ba kono nipa miensa na beye and you need to invest into those areas and you go invest into those areas no na wo san titi usika so yi dey na what me invest private sector any here growth and support private sector look as dey ba ko am say President Muhammad buy a manage ho ye enkokon kitinkiti and yet the aspect no dey come the party for no the party for no be gia ko mu fin dey so mo no mo fa mo koye enkokon kunwe and enye isike bia na dey me yan say wo koji wi a me say party for no uji 50 ni wie na akoyen na uton ana wa anton na kunu wi a me say anko party office ko jefofro ma won fa nkoma commercial farmers na intimi support commercial farmers no mo expanding omo business no mo ntimi fa more people because poultry farm there 24-hour economy best example poultry farm 24-hour best example because anadu nya akoko no to wo fidi omo enti obetima yadwuma saa throughout the enti me say ya tax reduction ya omo de buy say approved so they can review
budget no
yes
a hono
they can review all of them
to bet me the asako
that's the point
hono there
COVID-19
na me yan me kai say be year
parliament kwako
omu debate
what the bill no e bia wo say who's a VAT say wo say 1.9% threshold what threshold free 200,000 to 750,000 and then about the perform tribute me also in effect indirectly it won't change anything me worry no say there no who ye na e be change significant effect be na enema so beti hwi ama consumer no come marketer obehu say oh me ya take VAT ya ka threshold call 750 oh me hu say ade we say there neighbor so ate unhu and there is now revenue now will be channel that revenue na channel to another area expand the economy we also will reset for jobs and employment now jobs and employment no okay we already budget no any significant directive power ebe create jobs and employment our budget no
coders we no na be wure mu ne Accra Kumasi expressway no na ebe fa nipa
eno kra na short term within 3 years we are nipa no mbe yede oh because abide there who create job for long term you private sector be bria omo nyuma obetimi am omo support am omo djuma expanding omo tim dia farm for you need to focus on that arena now jai you see I don't know populist idea no do so ye man no I say abano ye campaigner o ke cancel na say na etibu so ye vulnerable ye agene sa ye giwia afi do say omba be implement no ma be cancel no implement ni etima ye de afi obe 2-3 years down the line na abana sa akofaba no say wono wunim de wa ye de oma ye omo na ebesu mo fidie for next election because you see a bad day say because mind you next year expenditure is going to grow expenditure because you are now going to pay debts say this year when to debt be until you who say economy na is stable now won't you debt kwa no this year you ain't your debt kwa no tell me what significant major projects been abide by the last 10 months why would the maybe unya any major expenditure be a why no waka say you me wan so if next year kɔ animu na sa yen Ghana for na fe na ye be demand because me say baby abete no kwan nye if next January kɔ no me ko mobilize me go from be radio so de bia ye be ka wansam te say kwan ye be ye enti e ba ne sa na aban wo pompo afi na kɔ expand your expenditure na afi so sa kotua debt enti wa anya very careful na we experience revenue shortfalls. How are you going to survive?
That's a big question. So just briefly. Now, make messages in the kakra. Yes, me beko. Make kakra bi na yenko. Good morning, Kyodi. Please, do you think NDC has good message you papa? Has good intention for civil servants in this country. How can you increase presidential staffers' salaries 67%, MMDCs over 600, and civil servants 9%? KOD. In fact, civil servants in this country need to rise. KOD, what is happening in this country during Wednesdays? Ghanaians, wake up. Helicopter crash Wednesday, military recruitment stampede Wednesday, 9 months accident Wednesday, 16 children from Bogu accident Wednesday. Ghanaians, we should wake up because what is happening is not physical. Let us say for your messenger, what the brain and no pay we reku wa kemoda and odu we brain done Ashtown and so EDB brain. So good morning, Kyodi. Please, with all due respect, take this from me today. The hullabaloo going around in the fight against Galamsey are all fallacious. The fight of Galamsey will and can never be stopped, as I boldly told. I'm boldly telling you, any government being the former ruling or incoming main priority to gain power will rule the country is to come and make enormous gains, wealth and money from the Galamsey business, and other policies and promises are secondary matter. They all have nothing good for us. Their selfish interests are what matters to them most. Okay, thank you very much for your message. Where secured why not reading my radio message? Oh, bright, my kind bako. How do buy my kind Cody? Is it not the same NDC members who said that Dr. Bawumia is running away from the economy to digitalization, and now shamefully President Mahama is also talking about using digitalization? Tell that man that you interviewed him that NDC cancel one district, one factory policy. God save Ghana. Bright and Oduwe Abraying. I say, Kyodi, good morning. From Brekum to Drobo, Sampa Road is very bad. Our leaders should do something about it. Nana Kwame latest form and Oduwe Abraying. Michael Ewo UK Ashford. And so it's a good morning, Kyodi. Thanks to Dr. Evans for his submission on the 2026 budget, but he forgot of the lean government the NDC is operating now as compared to the previous government. Also, their reckless spending. I think the finance minister took all these into consideration before getting rid of the COVID tax. How can Ghanaians pay COVID tax when COVID is not in existence? There is no COVID tax in Europe here, so Ghanaians should pay proper tax that they are confined with. Okay, we are hoping say tax for France because COVID ni free honma. Yeah, and by the way, we will honma be sonne ba ku bia ba be bom ne ekọ. Doc, ye brena so, menim be 1 minute na mintiu. Ya we ne de ye de ato nchen on the yanko hokra.
Million waka say civil service for government rather increase public service and yes
civil service. Oh, yeah, public service.
Correction. The American say buying starting spending. That is why we see inflation at this level. Government started to spend here, especially road contractors. Any woman supply away, no. The true state of the economy
will be
reflected.
But that's it. Doc.
Odi, me say last week we buy me cancel we say budget na ade ba ko aban ye wo mu a me manage ho pa ne say aban say obetis farm service centers ewo district bia me feel say aban enye careful about its implementation. Tana na do koye say me agenda 111 ni nyina kan sense mu no they say open so ye farm centers na bit ma identify district omuhia it immediately be at 10 kra na what me ayam mo na fe wo ye ne kakra 120 200 and something district no a dozen for that start.
But that's it. Dr. Aaron Kuma and Dr. Bwache Dankomina lectures for Amsterdam Kano. Happy birthday Enko Enfama Sylvia, your student nurse for Christian Service University. We fantastic ho. I see in Kancho say happy birthday Nyankopon in show. Na one wow. Sanso and a happy birthday in Koma Nanaka Kari e champon. Oye Odikru ewo atum near Poma Krum for region and then for num and as an manum na see wishing happy birthday with Prince Obri okay Obani Yankopon in Sham na one num wow and so happy birthday Enko Emfa Emma I say Becky Bell, may this special day bring you joy, happiness and fulfillment. Wishing you a wonderful day from Just Lord Owusu Dankwa. Happy birthday, Nkoma, and my wife Mrs. Florence say may God bless you with good health, more money and prosperity. May all your wishes